Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Yep.
Attack on Iran. Here we go. Let's just get to this first. Trump yesterday giving an update. He was mentioning a lot of different things, and we'll get into, do you like this move? Does it make you nervous? Where are you at with the whole thing? But in the update yesterday, he did mention casualties.
As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
And that's something that no one wants to see, obviously.
No.
I mean, that's war.
It is.
I was just going to say that. Yep, there's going to be casualties, and that sucks, and that's awful, but it's going to be a part of it.
Well, there's a big debate going on. I mean, not just in the country, but even with Republicans, conservatives. Why now? Why did we do this? Some people are for it. Some are against it. Where are you at on this?
Where am I at?
Yes.
Well, we had the intel. We know what they do.
Yes.
They know that they are responsible for the lives of many Americans that have been killed.
Yes.
They're slaughtering their own people in the streets of that city right now. They're building a nuke. They continue to. All the underground nonsense that's going on there.
But it wasn't imminent. That's the argument. It's not imminent threat.
Well, when you're building a nuke, it's kind of imminent. You kind of got to take care of that right away.
But they said they were years away.
Well, that's what they said.
Yeah, you think it was imminent.
Well, I think it could have been imminent in a matter of, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. I don't know. I mean, imminent, I guess, would not determine that. But the propagation of the hard Islamic rule that they use is something that the death to America is part of whatever is wrapped up in that warped brain of theirs. Has been forever.
So you're for it?
Hell yeah, I'm for it.
David?
I think I get a little bit nervous as somebody who had friends sign up during the early days of the global war on terror. Obviously that's always in the back of your mind. I think it's in the back of all of our minds. Like, okay, we had Afghanistan, which then lasted more than 2 decades, and then you had Iraq, which there were some successes, but also it was kind of a boondoggle because it was operating off of lies from the intelligence community.
Yes.
I think so. I think the criticism there is very fair, and the Trump administration has not done a great job in really going out and making the case for it. That being said, I think you have to look at it through the lens of this is more than just the Iranian regime. I agree. This has to do with a whole lot of things, namely resetting the dynamic in the entire Middle East. Because you're seeing Saudi Arabia, even Qatar, distancing themselves, if not saying, hey, you just committed an act of war against us to Iran, because Iran was just sort of willy-nilly bombing civilian targets. And killing lots of people, including now, of course, 4 of our service members. It was 3 over the weekend, and then one of the other soldiers succumbed to their injuries. And so I think this was kind of the nudge that a lot of other Middle Eastern countries were looking at, who are not necessarily big fans of Iran on religious terms anyway.
Right.
It's also a huge middle finger to Russia when it comes to oil supply, when it comes to material support for their war against Ukraine. It's a huge wake-up call for China. There is so much more.
That's the big one for me.
It is so much more than just, we don't like the Iranian regime, we want to take them out. This is a huge message to the rest of the world that says, hey, look, we're back, we're in charge here, okay? And we're not going to put up with these vassal states, China, that you keep propping up all over the world. You saw what we did with the snatch and grab in Venezuela. Well, guess what? Now the supreme leader, no more.
And that those two countries who China was really relying on for their energy independence, you can get away from Western sanctions when you're, in bed with those two countries. And we've sort of just taken out their ability to do that. It is more than just what's going on there. I do believe that.
Well, there's always more to it than that. Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to simplify things as much as possible.
Yeah.
With saying hell yes. David went to a much longer, more educated.
Well, we all know you are capable of going to,
but it's just
great
one of those
lengths
things
and
where it's
depth.
like, I'm just going to go, that's it.
When it
done.
comes to foreign relations, no one is on top of it more than Scott Robbins.
Yeah,
I think
no.
people across America know that.
And I was wondering, too, because they got, 40 of their top leaders?
Yeah.
At the men's breakfast they were all going to.
The men's breakfast.
Well, dude. I mean, the simple message here is that the strongly worded letter crowd is gone.
Thank God.
And what Trump has done over the last year in the Middle East has been remarkable, as I've been thinking about it. Because he's gone to all of these countries that don't necessarily like America, haven't liked America in the past, and have certainly, Saudi Arabia is one of those situations where, well, it's almost like a marriage of convenience between the United States and Saudi Arabia because we don't like each other.
No.
But what the Trump administration has been doing is, listen, we can keep fighting. We can keep, this game going on, or we can just cut the BS and make a lot of money together.
Yeah,
and
be successful.
Trump speaks these guys' language.
Yes, I totally agree with that. It's very complex. But when they go to lay out the reason why to the American people, you can't go to all these different levels to make the case. I think that's part of it. And I think it's probably a fair criticism that they haven't made a great case yet because the people that are against it are like, well, what about America first and these endless wars? And, where was the imminent threat? And again, I mean, Pete Hegseth this morning said during that news conference, which I thought the timing was brilliant, because that way the Good Morning Americas and the Today Show just couldn't go on with their propaganda. Mm-hmm. Most had to cover the special report. And there's Pete Hegseth, Secretary, Department of War, laying it all out there for people. And then they could gripe about him when he was done, but at least he got the message out there of what is going on and what it's about.
I just wish we would have played the drinking game with every time he said warrior and lethal. Because, man, that was used a lot. I love those two words together, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Lethal with our warriors. Oh, man.
What is going to be happening next? A lot of people are wondering. And the former CENTCOM director, Frank McKenzie, was on Fox, and this is what he said we can expect over the next few days.
The American people should be prepared for several more days of exchanges of long-range rockets. We're going to continue to strike them with our aircraft, with our TLAMs, our Tomahawk land attack missiles. And the essential calculus over the next 72 to 96 hours, Margaret, is going to be whether or not we can reduce the Iranian ability to generate volleys, and by volleys I mean groups of missiles that are fired at our bases in the region. I think the president's comments actually were spot on when he warned the American people that this wasn't going to be a cakewalk.
Right. Yeah. I mean, were you surprised after all the news broke that Iran is like trying to hit our bases in Bahrain and all these places? Mm-hmm. I mean, Saudi Arabia.
Surprised, no.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, it's kind of like they screwed themselves on that.
Yes.
Because it's more than just the United States and Israel. You got the whole region against you now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild. Okay, you got a clip from Mark Warner. What's he saying?
Well, Democrat Senator Mark Warner, he was one of the people calling Trump taco for backing off of Iran last year, along with Chuck Schumer and a bunch of other Democrats. And now that he's actually done something about Iran, well, it's bad. So Mark Warner, Democrat senator out of Virginia,
clowns.
He went on CNN to whine about these strikes because apparently Trump, well, he should have done it in January.
What?
Ironically, Dana, if the president had chosen to take one of these actions back in early January, when the Iranian people were on the streets in the millions, you could make a case because that might have nudged the regime into dramatic change. He couldn't make that choice because the aircraft carrier that would have assisted that operation was off the coast of Venezuela at that point, and our allies in the region, in Europe in particular, who would have been helping us make that choice in January. We're very focused on the president's, crazy folly around Greenland.
Okay.
What?
Just he should have did it then.
Yeah.
Which reminds you of the left's hypocrisy, because you got people out in the streets in the United States now, hands off Iran. The sign's already made.
Oh, yeah.
They're all waiting for all these losers to get out there and hold these signs. Where were you standing up for the people that were slaughtered in Iran? The regular people. You're standing up for the regime?
Right.
What losers these people are.
No, I saw some on the news. They are exactly who you think they are.
Who is that?
Middle-aged, white, and some with colored hair, others with no hair. Yeah, it was a...
Like the colored hairs and the old people?
It was a typical, yeah. It was
yeah.
what you
Nothing
always,
else to do on a Saturday or something?
They hold a sign and yell at
losers.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Take the L, man.
And then we'll have to wait and see if it was any terror threat or attack in Austin to see if there were any sort of terror ties. I know the guy had a sweatshirt that said property of Allah, but we're not quite sure if we could call it terror or not.
Jeez.
Weird. Yeah.
It is. That's...
Yeah, a guy originally from Senegal opens fire on a very popular entertainment district in Austin, Texas, at a bar on 6th Street, and murders 2 people, wounds several others before being killed. Got the hoodie, property of Allah. He's got, did he have like Iranian flag colors on his shirt underneath the hoodie? Had a Quran in the car. He's originally from Senegal, but we don't really know.
Too early to make that call.
Yeah. Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis described what happened the other night.
We had a call came in that someone was shooting around the bar, Buford's bar. We know that a vehicle, a large SUV, drove several times around the block in that area. At one point, he put his flashers on, rolled down his window, and began using a pistol shooting out of his car windows, striking patrons of the bar that were on the patio and that were in front of the bar. He then proceeds westbound on 6th Street, goes to Wood Street where he parks his car, gets out, once again, starts shooting his gun at some people that are walking by. Everyone knows the amount of resources we use on East 6th Street. We were about 56 seconds away coming from east to West Austin, and that saved multiple lives. Officers were coming toward him, and at the intersection, he was shot, and he was killed.
Motive unclear at this point. These people.
I did like that you have
the guy's got the shirt.
I know.
What else do you need? I don't know. Come on.
I did like that the FBI special agent from San Antonio who was there did say, well, there does appear to be a nexus with terrorism.
Well, thank you.
It does appear that.
All right, for time's sake, we got to get into this. It's Mash Up Monday.
Yeah.
Nothing's stopping Mash Up Monday. No. David, what do you got for us?
This is from one of my favorites, Bill McClintock. It's the Spinners. I'll be around with Queensryche's Jet City Woman.
Oh, yes! I told you, Scott, Jeff Tate's voice goes with anything.
It does.
It's an incredible singer, and you need to recognize that. Well done. That's nice.
I like that, too.
It's easy on the ears, huh?
Yeah. I've seen both bands live.
You called Jeff Tate a yelper. That's what you did.
But that's okay. He's a great
5-octave range,
that's
bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's a yelp.
We got news update. 5 stories we're watching today. Coming up.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month.
Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting your Social Security taxes. Call now, 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today. That's the old theme.
I know.
You want to bring it back?
5 to 1, baby.
Robbins hates the Doors. Sorry, buddy.
I'm not a big Jim Morrison.
All right, there. Feel better now?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Former Vice President Kamala Harris has jumped into the Texas Senate race, endorsing Jasmine Crockett over unrepentant racist James Tallarico. Number 4.
That'll put her over the top.
Yeah, exactly. 2 people were killed and many more wounded in a shooting outside a bar in Austin. The gunman was a 53-year-old man named Ndiaga Diagne. He's from Senegal. Police and the FBI believe that this has a nexus to terrorism. He was wearing the Property of Allah hoodie, which I don't know where you get that, but...
is it a gym or a religion?
Yeah. I'm not sure. They're wondering if he kicked off the attacks kicked off the attack as a result of the attacks on Iran. He was killed at the scene as well. Number 3, Operation Epic Fury is underway as the Trump administration and Israel are taking out the regime in Iran. Iran has lashed out by bombing civilian targets, mostly in neighboring countries. Number 2, Iranians are getting a message from their government saying, hey, do not go protest the regime. Some are saying this is their acknowledgement that they know the government's going to be overthrown by people within Iran any moment now, or within the next few days. And then number 1, sadly, 4 U.S. service members have been killed during Iran's initial attacks. It was 3 reported initially, and the 4th has succumbed to their injuries. Those are the top 5 stories that we are watching today, Scott.
Yeah, download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR to get $5 or $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
You mentioned Kamala Harris jumping into the Texas Senate race.
Yeah.
She's jumping into commentary on this war as well, of course.
Donald Trump has dragged us into a war the American people do not want.
How do you know that?
He has put American troops in harm's way. I unequivocally oppose this war of choice, and everyone should. And the bottom line, when it comes down to it, is that if we want to stop Donald Trump with this random decision that he has arrived at, then Congress must act, and Congress must act immediately. The American people do not want our sons and daughters to go into this unauthorized war of choice, and I unequivocally oppose it.
Okay, thanks, loser.
Hegseth said this isn't going to be like a long war that we get into. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
You know, I know he said that, and I hope he's right. I hope he's right. I hope they stand by that, because, man, I do not want another one of those.
No. He said it this morning. We've learned from that. This is not this generation. not going to be boots on the ground. I don't know if he said those words, but that's the word from around the administration. That's not going to happen. If that does happen, people will be bent.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't lie to us. No.
Yeah. Well, so we'll see.
Yeah, if it does, if this lasts on, I mean, domestic politics, will be upended, and you're looking at, Kamala Harris for president in 2028.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even kidding about that.
No, I agree with you 100%. I thought the same thing.
Can you imagine if she was in charge?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. That's all you have to do. Think about that. Couple updates and what's your story? Coming up in just a few. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. So the NATO chief is backing Trump's play, you say, David?
Yeah, and I think most of European nations are backing this as well because they're, very nervous about the threat of Iran and, of course, a lot of the unfortunate terror attacks that they've had in Europe have been, in part, funded and facilitated by Iranian forces.
Yes.
So they're like, this is good. So this is the head of NATO, Mark Rutte, on Fox News this morning.
Okay.
The commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, President Donald J. Trump, I really commend what is happening here. Taking out Khamenei, taking out the nuclear capability in Iran, but also taking out the ballistic missile program in Iran. This is crucial. And what I see in Europe, I spoke with all the key European leaders over the weekend, is widespread support for what the president is doing, and also making sure that when it comes to logistics, access, defending key U.S. interests in Europe and in the region, the Europeans are really stepping up.
And that makes me want to say something, but then before I say it, because I'm going on the information we have right now. You could look back in 10 years and see something that's going to happen over the next several months that you don't see happening, and then your take at this present time would be completely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem like there is like a new order happening. It's like it seems slow, and then it's very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's American dominance. That we're tired of waiting for allies and neighbors to get things done and saying, okay, we're going to take the lead on this. Because if we don't, it's not just Iran, it's China, it's Russia. And we've got to do something ahead of time. With other countries, you can't wait until they have the nuke and then say, oh, geez, what are we going to do? No, we have to stop it from happening.
Yeah.
And it's not like Iran didn't say that we're never going to stop trying to get nukes. I mean, that's part of it.
No, that's exactly right.
It's also easy to have that take when it's not your kid fighting.
True.
So, and I totally understand that. I think if it were the case, I'd have the same sort of feeling on a lot of different levels, just dealing with Iran. Now, as far as the forever war sort of argument, here we go again, right? Pete Hegseth spoke to that this morning. I think he went right to the media.
To the media outlets and political left screaming endless wars. Stop. This is not Iraq. This is not endless. I was there for both. Our generation knows better, and so does this president. He called the last 20 years of nation-building wars dumb, and he's right. This is the opposite. This operation is a clear, devastating, decisive mission. Destroy the missile threat, destroy the Navy, no nukes. Israel has clear missions as well, for which we are grateful. Capable partners, as we've said since the beginning, capable partners are good partners. Unlike so many of our traditional allies who wring their hands and clutch their pearls, hemming and hawing about the use of force. America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects. All on our terms, with maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win, and we don't waste time.
I think that is music to the ears of a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, there's nothing confusing about what he said.
No.
Nothing you can take another way.
No.
Like, well, maybe he meant no. He said it, laid it right out there. Under
Well,
no uncertain terms.
If you're ABC, you come away from that and say, well, very short on specifics.
Well, no, not really.
Oh, that's what they said.
Seriously?
100%.
I understood completely.
Oh, no. I mean, I can play you part of it if you want it.
Of course.
Okay. All right. You asked for it.
The defense secretary is saying it was in response to 47 years of belligerence from the Iranians, declined to set a timeline for the operation, also declined to rule out the use of U.S. troops on the ground over the course of the next several days and weeks. But he did lay out the most specific mission yet from an American official. He said the mission of the United States military is to destroy the missile threat from Iran, destroy
Yeah, he went on to that, and then...
I think short on details, George. I mean, they basically rehashed how they built up to this, but they really didn't tell us how the war is going, what they think the assessment looks like.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the propaganda machine. Is to where are the negatives? How can we exploit the negatives? Yeah. And that's what we're going to do in our messaging.
Well, the fascinating thing is there are a lot of outfits that track where missile warnings are in place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and again, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just looking at the maps. If it was going well for Iran, you would see bright red alerts all over the Gulf states. And that's not the case. It's a smattering here and there, but Iran is in shambles right now.
Yeah. It seems to be so.
Well, you say that today. Tomorrow it's going to be even more shambles.
Right.
And the day after that, more shambles. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes, man.
Yeah.
But he laid it right out there. Here's what we're using. Here's what happens. Boom.
Short on details, Scott.
Okay.
All right, it's that time. We do it a couple of times a day. Go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, today, what's your story?
Well, Edge Hills United Methodist Church in Nashville. Well, this is one of the churches that has the pride flag in the sanctuary.
Yes.
And they did some singing about federal immigration enforcement.
Oh, they did not.
I think we had this Friday.
You did?
I think we did. Yes. Yes. Is it a rhymer? Here we go.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE.
Yeah, not even creative.
That's church.
Yes.
And the thing is, a lot of those woke churches, there's just like a scattering of people.
Yeah.
That looked fairly packed.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a small congregation, but you know, not just a handful of people, I guess. I would guess like 100 people were there.
That sounds about right. I know.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I mentioned the other day, that's why, man, if you're going to church, it's a good thing to read the Bible. And that way you just can't get taken anywhere, you know, a pastor wants to take you. Because a lot of times people go into church and be like, well, the pastor knows. They went to seminary. They're not going to lead me astray. Oh, no, there's a reason in the Old New Testament they talk about, you know, false prophets.
No, I 100%
false
agree with you.
teachers. Yeah. We're seeing it like at a level I've never seen in America before.
And I really am. I'm bothered a lot by the United. I grew up at the United Methodist Church.
So did I.
I mean, I grew up in it. My dad was a lay minister, and I mean, I was there for Sunday school and
I know.
Everything, the choir, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah, you sang off key in the choir is what I heard.
Well, yeah, I didn't know key was important at the time.
Yeah, me too. Who cares?
But just praise and worship.
Yeah.
But the whole because it's splintered.
Yes.
And you've got your offshoot here.
You had people starting to rewrite the Bible to fit their lifestyle.
Exactly.
Basically.
And you just lose your way, man. It's just brutal.
It is.
Brutal.
And instead of singing a hymn, it's sing it once, sing it twice.
We can. We hate ice. What is it?
Yeah.
We will not put up with ice.
We'll not put up with ice. Okay.
I would like iced tea, no ice. I don't know. Whatever. All right, Scotty, what do you got for What's Your Story?
Storm that nobody saw coming. Texas news anchor. This is in Wichita Falls, Texas.
Okay.
And the meteorologists were forced to deny any bad blood and to apologize after they traded jabs during a very awkward on-air clash that, of course, has now gone viral. This is an exchange between anchor Carney Porter and chief meteorologist Michael Bowling. I say that like they do on TV. Cringeworthy. It turned the KFDX News 10 p.m. broadcast this week into what the colleague called boring. Here's the exchange. Here we go.
Hold on a second. I'm bringing it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm bringing it up.
That's all right. We got time.
Roll it.
We don't have any rain in our forecast, but Midland weather.
Did you say you don't have any rain in the forecast?
In the next few days. But in the next few days, we have Midland Weather Radio Day.
I just said a second ago we have rain in the forecast.
Well, not until this weekend, right?
Well, I have the day of the event. I have rain.
Well, I'm talking like 3 or 4 days.
It's coming. Actually, the rain chance is coming before
Stop
the event.
trying to correct people and just do your job.
I just don't know why you don't listen to me. Anyways, take a look.
Because you're boring.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Anyways.
Whoa.
Yeah, they tried to make nice on the air later with each other. Like, we're off the air. We're colleagues. We're friends. We're this and that. But she was agitated, you could tell, by being called out by the weather guy.
No kidding. I'm trying to figure out, and I know it probably doesn't matter, but who was right in the argument?
He was. The weather guy was.
That's what I thought.
He just gave the forecast, and she was like, well, so there's no rain in there for, well, in 2 or 3 days. He's like, no, I just said it.
Well, also, man, in media in that part of, Tornado Alley, like Wichita Falls, weather guy's more important than the local news anchor. He is.
Well,
it makes sense.
Obviously,
it makes sense.
She doesn't think that. So there.
No.
But you're right. No, I agree with you, David.
Sorry,
But damn.
I know
you're
that
boring.
I know that she will very, very deftly read out like how to stay cool during the summer, but people watch that television station because they want to know if a tornado is going to take out their house.
I 100% agree.
And the meteorologist is, don't piss off the meteorologists in North Texas. Just don't. You're going to lose that fight with management every single day.
Oh, gosh, man. It's hilarious. Okay, for my story, people are thinking that Jim Carrey has disappeared and been replaced by a clone.
How weird is this story?
It's pretty weird, man.
This is so weird.
Yeah. Apparently, Jim Carrey received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Caesar Awards in Paris last week.
Yeah.
Gave his full acceptance speech in French.
Yeah.
But people said he was unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Well, you saw a picture, right?
I did.
Not totally unrecognizable.
I didn't think so either. His face looks like he's had some work done.
Like slightly different.
They all do. Yeah.
You figure, okay, whatever. But according to the story, there are plenty of reasonable people that say, he looks different. That's not him.
Yeah.
Like one guy, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but that's not Jim Carrey. Now, if you're like, Jim, are you out there? Can you speak to this?
Yeah.
And I saw the story. I couldn't help but think of Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And watching the Paul McCartney documentary on Prime.
I haven't seen
with
it yet,
Wings.
yeah.
I forgot how big that Paul was dead.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Thing was in late
all the
1969.
clues. He was barefoot on the back of Abbey Road. And if 28 was the license plate and all that.
Yes. And I'd read those stories. I'd never seen the news footage of major news organizations reporting on Paul McCartney being dead.
There's people that still think that
he died.
This is some guy that sounds like Paul McCartney.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. They do. They think he's dead. They still do.
And Jim Morrison's alive, and so is Elvis. Mm-hmm. Right?
Playing chess together.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. All right, a couple of news updates, and Nimrod's in the news in just a few.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from the Kayla's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything, but while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-970-3355. That's 800-970-3355. 800-970-3355.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Still a ton of action going on Prize Picks, even though the football season ended. You know, it's over. We got baseball going on. Basketball's happening. Hockey is happening. Prize Picks is a very simple, easy-to-play game. You just pick more or less on player stats. Get your points, got your rebounds, got your assists, got your home runs, got your innings pitched. I mean, everything. Even the Tuesday night games. They've got early payouts, too. So now if your guy starts cooking right away, you can cash out before the game's even over. They've got something called stacks, too. They've got injury reboots. They've got every sport under the sun. And, yep, it's available in all 50 states. So don't miss the chance to get started now on America's #1 app for sports picks. So do this. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code MVCR for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. That's code MVCR. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. It's Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
David Van Camp, update on Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, it's Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett. She's running for Senate against unrepentant racist James Tallarico. Well, she ran to MSNO to whine about the strikes against Iran.
Okay.
What we are clearly witnessing is lawlessness yet again from this administration. And my question to my colleagues in a very serious way is, will you put aside your loyalty to this orange man and actually focus on your loyalty and your oath to the Constitution?
Does it matter that he's orange?
It's always about skin color with her, isn't it?
I was going to say, man, oh man.
She's almost as big of a bigot against orange people, apparently, as James Tallarico is against black people.
Sounds that way.
Man.
Although I haven't even heard Tallarico say, you got to, vote for me against this black woman.
Yeah, well.
So I think if he did that.
He doesn't have to. It's dog whistles. It's all dog whistles.
Yeah.
The Democrats have a
people.
racism problem. Yeah.
What a great country the United States is. If somebody that dumb can be a senator.
Well, she's not going to be a senator.
She might be, David. You never know.
I mean, it's not that we haven't had other senators. I guess if you were saying dumber, Jasmine or Maisie?
Oh, Maisie.
Maisie, yes. So I lose the argument, Scott. You're right. A senator can be that dumb and worse.
You know what? I always forget about Maisie.
Maisie's got to be the league leading champ, right?
Well, dude.
Is there one worse? We got to get to Nimrods. We figure that out later.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
Maisie completes a sentence without pause. You feel like applauding, like, see, you can do it. All right, Nimrods, here we go. 39-year-old man in Florida, Keith Wallace, has been arrested for this bizarre scheme where he was stealing from self-checkout at Target. Keith would grab multiple large boxes of trading cards, as well as an equal number of 99-cent taco seasoning packets. Then he'd go to self-checkout, would only pay for the seasoning packets. He then sold the trading cards on his eBay account. Huge operation. Theft's over 10 grand you're talking about.
Wow.
And $40,000 in revenue from selling the stolen cards online. He's finally been caught. Wild, man, and that's Nimrods in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Trumpster taking questions today. Speaking.
Today, the United States military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime. Following our obliteration of Iran's nuclear program in Operation Midnight Hammer a short while ago, we warned Iran not to make any attempt to rebuild at a different location because they were unable to use the ones that we so powerfully blew up. But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas. The regime already had missiles capable of hitting Europe and our bases, both local and overseas, and would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America. The purpose of this fast-growing missile program was to shield their nuclear weapon development and make it extraordinarily difficult for anyone to stop them from making these highly forbidden by us nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Today,
yeah.
So I don't know if you think that was clear enough. It's just part of the statement. Yeah. There are a lot of, questions that people have. Well, on The View, they didn't like it.
Well, really? I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, me too.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck, who's conservative, is co-hosting this week.
She used to be on there all the time. She was a regular.
Yeah. Brought her back in, and she has an answer, apparently, to Anna Navarro. We can enjoy this together.
I look at Donald Trump and I look at Netanyahu and I see two leaders who I think politically they benefit from war. Netanyahu is facing criminal charges for corruption back home. Donald Trump is facing very low numbers and Epstein files that are not, and we will not let go away.
I do think it's threefold. One, we have 47 million Iranian women who now have a hope of freedom. That's a good thing. Okay, we have an disgusting terrorist regime ended, and the people finally have hope to create their own nation again. Okay, so that's the hope.
Pause there. When she said all these women have hope now?
Yeah.
Navarro looks mortified. Like, either I never thought of that or I can't believe you're saying that. That makes me very uncomfortable. Anyway, Hasselbeck goes on.
We zoom out in geopolitical realm, okay, which is not my specialty either, but I have a ton of friends in the military who specialize in this. We see that this is actually avoiding a boots-on-the-ground war with China when we are able to choke their oil supply, and the president and our military are exemplary in doing so right now. They've cut the oil supply from Venezuela, and they've now reduced it and choked the oil supply to China in Iran. And now what that does is presumably prevent China from having an absolute stronghold on the globe. So this is a strategic move geopolitically that we may not fully understand, but I absolutely trust that this is best for our nation, and we should be American.
There we go, yeah.
And then it goes from there. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I know that there are conservatives that hate this. Say, man, I didn't vote for this. I get it. But I also look at it this way. Most of us don't have all the answers and all the information. So what are we all doing? Putting our trust in specific people.
Mm-hmm.
And this last election, it was what? Jazz hands and Kamala, or J.D. Vance and the Trumpster. And then with Marco Rubio as Secretary of State. I'll put my trust in those three all day long against what the other alternative was. And I think that a lot of reasons we're doing this does make sense.
You know, at the end of the day, I mean, the thing that's going to be either a W or an L for this administration is going to be length. Because if we're in this thing, if we're still talking about this 3 months from now or 2 months from now, it's a political danger then.
It is.
Because you lied then. Then when you told us you were going to be in and out. But what was the thing? It's always the thing that you get drug into a war and it goes on indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the natives get restless. That's when people are like, okay, this is garbage. Enough of this.
I don't think
we're not
that's gonna
winning
happen.
anything. We're just maintaining. That's what we've done.
Yes.
We've just maintained. And, you know, so I think if that happens, then you've got it's a political boondoggle at that point. But if you can do what Hex said you're going to do, you're going to win this thing.
Yes, and that's the
In
other
the
thing.
the court of popular opinion.
Different people have said this, but it is true. When it comes to something like this, it's did you win or not?
Right.
Yeah.
And people have made the point because everyone brings up Iraq. Oh, my gosh, what it was awful. Terrible.
Yes.
1991 Iraq was not terrible.
No.
It was celebrated.
Yes.
For the next 10 years until then we went in and then we stayed. And stayed.
And just nobody
And it was
moved to
Afghanistan.
win the damn thing. It's
Yes.
just like you just maintained, and we just can't do that again. And that, I think, is the fear in the back of the minds of a lot of people. It's, you know, a little bit of whiplash.
I understand that.
So, but again, I have trust in these people that, and I think our military is so good without boots on the ground. The precision we have now, and the intelligence we have now, and the ability to gather it now, is second to none.
Wars are fought different
They're
now.
much differently. It's not that moving and taking 100 yards and then losing 10 yards, and then, you know, it's not like that anymore.
As far as conservatives not down with this was on Steve Bannon's War Room, executive director of the American conservative Kurt Mills. And see what you think of what he says
And
here.
I think there's going to be a real desire to keep President Trump in here. I think the president has gotten very poor counsel, and I do think it matters politically that he was the No More Endless Wars candidate in 2016 and 2024 particularly, and this looks like an open betrayal of the base. And now there's an argument that this is different than the Bush-era neocon wars, but I will flag what Bush-era neocon is not for this today? Find me one. Name one. Bolton is pleased as hell about what we're doing. He said his only regret is that he didn't convince Trump to do this in 2018.
Personally, I think that's a BS argument.
Mm-hmm.
So what if different people agree with this now that were wrong then? You're not judged on that. You're judged on how effective is it.
Yeah.
And do you win it or not?
I don't care.
Right.
I simply don't care what John Bolton thinks.
Right.
Or what anybody thinks. Well, these guys that, you know, that were there before the predecessors or whatever. I don't care.
Right. You know, you kill an evil dictator, and someone says, well, Nancy Pelosi's happy about that. Okay, that doesn't mean it's the wrong thing.
Right.
It's kind of a dumb argument. I would expect a little better, but whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the language is clear. The language coming from the White House to me, to Iran, and anybody else who wants to know how this war is going to go is pretty clear.
Yes, I think they're laying it out now a little bit better. I think for a lot of people it was, hey, wait a second. I thought we took out their nuke stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
With Midnight Hammer. I thought we were done with that. And, you know, like a lot of us are with anything in the news cycle. Iran again? Aren't we done with that? Can't we move on to other stuff? Oh, it's back.
But, you know, I mean,
But when you lay out exactly
Yeah.
why, it makes more sense.
And what we weren't paying a lot of attention to was the stockpile of military might that was in that region and moving into that region. What do you think was going to happen there?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
especially by Friday when everybody's saying, clear the embassy, and China's saying, get out of there. You know it's on.
It's going to happen, man. But yet I still was surprised. I still
Really?
went, wow, okay. I mean, at the ferocity of it.
Well, if you're going to do it, you got to do it.
Holy smokes.
This is one of those things where you can't just go in with half measures. You've got to go in.
And it was.
Guns blazing.
But the intel was so good.
Well, it's got to be. You've had bad intel before. Weapons of mass destruction. Can't have that again. Ted Cruz on CBS yesterday.
Because the diplomacy was an abject failure. They said they would not stop enriching. No matter what, they were going to continue to enrich uranium. They also refused to discuss their proxies. They refused to discuss Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis. And President Trump understood that the Iranian, quote, negotiation was just a stall tactic. And Margaret, what I just told you, is almost word for word what Secretary of State Marco Rubio told me yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody, puts it all together. When you're talking about the Houthis and Hezbollah and Hamas, it's basically all Iran. They fund it.
Yeah.
They're responsible.
State-sponsored terrorism, and they were the biggest exporter. Yes, no doubt.
Well, and with all the anti-Israel sentiment that's out there, well, Israel still controls us.
Oh, yeah.
You laugh at that narrative, David?
Well, yeah, and I've seen that from some MAGA accounts as well. We're going to die for Israel. Yeah, because they haven't been also chanting death to America for the last almost 50 years.
We're the two enemies, Israel and America. Death to both.
Yes.
To both. That's basically what it's been. All right. Wait a second. I know you have a clip of Biden. This isn't current, is it?
It is current.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
It can't be.
Well, so Joe Biden, he was in South Carolina celebrating his historic primary victory there. I don't know why, but that was, 2020. But apparently he was brought in.
Are you serious?
To speak. Yeah.
Because it was his historic win?
Yes.
That's freaking hilarious.
I know, man. Somebody needs some cash quick, and they thought Joe Biden might be able to get him over the edge there. So he's in South Carolina, and he claims, no joke, that he closed the border.
He said, I heard this, too.
See, I haven't heard this yet. Go ahead.
Despite everything you read, despite the fact that COVID drove migration to record levels all around the world, the day I left office, border crossing into the United States were lower than the day that I entered that office inherited from Trump. He is, I won't say it.
Okay. So, one, there also were other things that occurred between his last day in office and your first day in office, or your last day in office. The other thing is, that's not even true. Border crossings were several thousand higher in January 2025 than in January of 2021. It's just a lie.
He just says it, man. He just says it. I mean, he doesn't know what he just said. Just in front of him, and he just reads it.
Which, granted, 86,000 in less than a month is better than 300,000 that they got for a couple months there.
Oh, and in Majorca, the border is secure. The other thing, dude, when I looked up, that is like saying, you know what, there was a leak in the basement. Okay, there was like a drip, an occasional drip that was in the basement when I took over. What I did is I took a massive garden hose and filled the basement for 3.5 freaking years until I figured out, well, the people don't like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not only going to take the hose out, I'm going to try to fix the leak too.
Yeah.
The basement's over flooded with water, but it's better now.
Yeah, right.
Up yours. Golly.
One nation. Indivisible, under God, for real.
For real, of course. You know the thing.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Yeah, great leader. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Better politics through plumbing.
Better believe it.
If you hold near and dear to you that you like to be able to... Anyway.
Yeah, just give up. That a boy. The 5 stories we're watching today straight ahead.
All right, let's talk about the big game because it's almost here, and this is it. This is your last shot to cash in on football before we start arguing about, mock drafts and preseason rankings and all that. That's where Prize Picks comes in. And honestly, it's a lot of fun because it always feels good to be right. Here's how it works. You pick 2 or more players, decide if they'll do more or less on their stats, and boom, you're in. That's it. And right now, use code MVCR, and Prize Picks gives you $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Not later, instantly. They've also added this new social feed feature, which is great. If you like stealing good ideas, you can copy winning lineups with one click. And now they've got early payouts. If your guy gets hot, you don't have to wait. You can cash out before the game's even over. Download your Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
Okay, new polling from Harvard Harris, the generic congressional ballot. This is where they just ask, are you more likely to vote for a Republican or Democrat? Is out from February, and it is now tied 50-50 between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats have dropped 4 points since January. Wow. Now, historically, they need to lead the generic polling by several points, like by 6 points or something, to translate to reality. So, wow. Now, why would this be? In part, well, 52% of voters say the economy is better today than under Biden. So that's actually an increase, up 5 points from January. So something is sinking in. Something is happening to make people feel more comfortable with their economic situation. And then 59% are now supporting the intervention in Venezuela. These are 2 things that Democrats have just been on the opposite side on.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the polling so far, as far as Iran.
Yeah.
Well, Reuters saying 27% of Americans approve. Insider Advantage says 54%.
Yeah.
What? Hang on. One says 27, the
Correct.
other says 54?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's number 5. Number 4, 2 people were killed and many more wounded in a shooting outside a bar in Austin. The gunman was a 53-year-old from Senegal. Police and the FBI believe this. What did they say? Shared a nexus with terrorism? Yeah.
Yeah.
And possibly kicked off after the attacks on Iran. He was
People
also
aren't stupid. They know.
Yeah. Number 3, Operation Epic Fury is underway as the Trump administration and Israel are taking out the regime in Iran. Iran has lashed out by bombing mostly civilian targets in neighboring countries. Number 2, the U.S. military has confirmed that 3 F-15E Strike Eagles were shot down over Kuwait in what officials described as an apparent friendly fire incident. No American service members were killed in that incident. There's video of some guy in Kuwait finding the soldiers in his field. He's running up like, are you okay? You all right?
Yeah.
Thanks for helping.
Wow.
Yeah. And then number 1, tragically, though, there is always a cost to an operation like this. 4 U.S. service members have been killed during Iran's initial attacks. Those are the top 5 stories that we are watching today. By the way, Brickhouse Nutrition designed lean for frustrated dieters with 10 pounds or more to lose. So let's get you started. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR to add lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
Yeah, a group of progressive weirdos held their big convention this weekend, too. Operation Epic Furries.
Yes.
Golly. There is a new viral dating term that's causing some panic. I don't know if you saw that headline, called alpine divorce.
Alpine?
Yes, alpine divorce. It sounds crazy. It's when a couple goes on a date in nature, like a hike or a camping trip, something like that, and then one abandons the other in the wilderness to fend for themselves.
Dang.
Yes.
Well,
boy,
it's one of your worst nightmares.
They used to just be called attempted murder.
Yes.
Yeah. That is crazy to me. We'll get into that story in a bit. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
Dang.
Yeah.
They take you out in the woods and leave you for dead?
Fend for yourself.
Oh, man.
Yes. Experts say it's a horrible form of abuse.
Yes,
it took
is.
experts to tell you that?
Yeah.
And they also say not as uncommon as you might think.
What?
Yes, a psychotherapist specializing in narcissistic abuse, among other mental health issues, said she's had clients who have unfortunately experienced this.
Oh, my gosh.
Saying it can be, traumatic. Well, yeah.
Well, sure.
Said I've seen it a few times. I think it happens just a little bit, and then they call it a new trend.
Right.
It just happens with complete psychos, basically.
Yeah. Your first wife is in a corn maze somewhere.
Oh, it gets way worse than that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. A couple of news updates. And what's your story? Straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Did you like the way Trump laid this out, like yesterday when he was talking about Operation Epic Fury?
I did.
Just play a part of it.
We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now, it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved.
It's interesting. This is going around today, that Trump's been consistent on this for well over 40 years. Going back to an interview with Rona Barrett.
Rona Barrett?
You remember Rona Barrett?
Barely, but yeah.
She was like a Hollywood reporter, right?
Yes.
This was like October 1980.
Wow.
Do you want to hear this?
Yes, I do.
I thought you might. David, you want to hear it? He's
Wait,
like,
yeah,
who's Rona Barrett? I wasn't even born.
I have no idea who Rona Barrett is, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
When you get the respect of the other countries, then the other countries tend to do a little bit as you do.
Because remember, this was during the hostage situation with Iran.
Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can create the right attitudes. The Iranian situation is a case in point. That they hold our hostages is just absolutely and totally ridiculous. That this country sits back and allows a country such as Iran to hold our hostages, to my way of thinking, is a horror. And I don't think they'd do it with other countries. I honestly don't think they'd do it with other countries.
Obviously, you're advocating that we should have gone in there with troops, etc., and brought our boys out.
I absolutely feel that, yes. I don't think there's any question, and there's no question in my mind. I think right now would be an oil-rich nation, and I believe that we should have done it, and I'm very disappointed that we didn't do it, and I don't think anybody would have held us in abeyance. I don't think anybody would have been angry with us, and we had every right to do it at the time. I think we've lost the opportunity.
Well, that's very consistent to where he is now.
It's amazing when they go back to these old Trump interviews like that.
Yeah.
Like the old ones, whether it was Oprah, Rona Barrett, whoever. It's pretty consistent.
I can remember that time. You woke up every day and you were just heavy. There was a heavy feeling in the country.
Well, you watched the news every night to see if there was an update with the whole thing.
Ted Koppel's Nightline whole thing started.
Oh, that's right.
During that. I mean, that's what kicked the whole thing off.
Yeah.
It was every night.
All right, I'll bite. Who's Ted Koppel?
Ted Koppel. He was a former newsman. David, you know who Ted Koppel is. Stop.
It's just baiting you.
What's
now.
Nightline?
What's Nightline?
Exactly.
I don't even. What? I'll tell you, we had to get up and turn the channel.
But yeah, as a 13-year-old kid, I mean, you were trying to imagine what it would be like to be held hostage like that. And every night you're like, oh, my gosh, is anything ever going to happen? You kept thinking, are they going to kill them all? You didn't know.
Exactly. And it just day after day after day after day of Jimmy Carter shuffling and writing nasty letters. And it just was brutal, man.
It was.
I was a young broadcaster then.
You were already on the air.
I was,
That's right.
Yeah.
I forget how old you are sometimes.
Yeah. I started young, though. So.
Yeah, yes.
I am old, but man.
It's just weird to me to think of it that way, that I was like 13 and you were already on the radio.
I was telling young Markley about what happened with the Iranian.
Well, you were playing music.
Yeah, after I played.
I was calling in saying, could you play something cool for once?
Yeah.
Quit playing that top 40 crap. Anyway. David, some nut job leftist claim Trump called for Dems to be killed?
Yeah, this lunatic left-wing lady does the Politics Girl podcast.
Oh, God. I bet that's insufferable.
Dude, this is another lady who, again, I don't know what these liberal podcasters are doing to themselves, but it really is like a rock slide had a baby with a sinkhole, and that became that person's face. I don't understand it.
Oh, man.
It's just awful. And, then you've got the crazy dead eyes that are on these women always. She made this astounding claim on CNN about Trump's State of the Union.
Oh, okay.
It's like I am called a domestic terrorist constantly by my government. My president just stood at the State of the Union and said the Democrats are evil monsters who should be killed. If that person...
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
Should be killed.
Okay. He said, I will be accurate. Okay, Tim.
For anyone to be killed. I'm sorry. That's
Tim, I will be accurate.
Yeah, the president never called for anyone to be killed.
Okay.
I just want you to be honest. I like you way too much. Let me be that wrong.
Let me give her... Okay, Tim,
my point
let's give her
is-
an opportunity to correct what she said. The American government is already...
he didn't
He
say
did not
that
say...
they should
He
be killed.
said we were the enemy and we were terrible. Would you say that that is fair?
I think he did say, he looked at the Democrats and said, these people are crazy, but Lee,
He said
I like
they should be ashamed of yourself.
Can I finish my point?
I like you far too much to let you be that
he's
wrong.
right
You cannot
that
say the
Trump
President of the United States
didn't
called for
Correct.
members of
I
Congress
was
to be
being
killed.
hyperbolic.
Dear goodness.
Yep. I don't know
That's
how
what
anybody
happens when you
watches
get
that.
these idiots on these shows. That's what happens. They come up with this kind of garbage. And all of a sudden, you're you can't say that.
No. My goodness, man.
Gosh, dang.
No wonder the ratings are in the tank.
Well, yeah.
Who watches that?
But they just put anybody on there. You hate Trump? Okay, you've got a shot here. We're going to get you on for 10 minutes of some panel discussion.
And you're making up something
You
that
just
was
do
never
it.
said.
Right, exactly.
And then we're watching a
Which is
country
bad.
that actually did kill its own people.
I mean, my gosh, man.
30 grand plus. Yeah,
Ah.
complete morons. Not surprised. All right, it's that time. We do it a couple of times a day. Go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story here?
This is out of Putnam County, Florida. So this guy, his name was, or is, Andrew Giddens, 36 years old. He'd been missing for several days. In fact, about a week and a half. Till somebody found him, and he was up to his shoulder in quicksand.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was near a construction site or something, and he had fallen in and gotten taken into this mud pit or sinkhole or whatever, and he was up to his shoulders, covered and practically camouflaged. He was there for 10 days.
Oh, my gosh.
Holy smokes!
They rescued him. They were able to. Well, actually, a firefighter who was there initially wound up sinking in up to his waist. So then they had to do like a double rescue. But he's okay now. It's just, man, I can't imagine sitting out there.
How long can you survive without water?
I thought it was 3 days.
That's what I thought. 3 or 4 days.
That's what I was thinking.
10 days.
Like 10 days, man.
What if there was liquid enough in? I don't know.
What do you mean liquid enough?
Well, like if you're the sinkhole or whatever, if there was any sort of moisture around him that he could take in, I don't know.
What, just breathing in and hope for the best?
Well, I don't lick the mud. I don't know.
Lick the mud?
I don't know.
I want answers to this.
Oh, I do too, but man, no idea.
You know how you always say, and it'll be a weird thing like falling into a porta-john or something. That's one of your great fears. As a kid, my great fear was coming across quicksand, not recognizing it, and falling in and dying that way.
Yeah,
because I saw it on a couple of TV shows. It terrified me.
Well, I mean, I remember playing like in the creek. We had a creek that ran behind us, and we'd always have kids go, "Don't go over there. There's quicksand." Well, there wasn't, but you just
that kids used to say that all the time.
Believed it. Yeah.
Yeah, you were scared to death.
I'm not going there. No.
All right, Scotty, what's your story?
I just found this kind of interesting, and I've had this conversation with friends of mine before, and it was on the Kelly Ripa show, the show she does with her husband, Mark Consuelos. Anyway, it tackled this question: should you have sex in front of your dog? And there was a consensus they were trying to build.
You've had a lot of conversations with people about this.
I've had
because you're cool with it.
I've had I'm not. Here's the thing: I'm not cool with it.
You're not. The dog's watching, and you're uncomfortable.
I don't like the dog thing. Yeah, in the room.
I thought you loved dogs.
I love dogs, but now I don't. No, dogs got to go. Well, according to what they were talking about, they said there are some behaviors that signal the dog should not be present. In other words, they can sometimes get possessive of their people and jealous of what is actually happening and don't know what to do. And sometimes the dog can go into a tizzy after that. Be protective, very protective. So the consensus was it's okay if your dog's not growling and barking.
Does it matter breed, or some breeds more protective than others?
Probably, I don't know. But that's, one of those questions. Dog wanders in there. You just go, do you leave the dog in there? You not kick the dog out? What do you do?
I know somebody's going to say, what does it matter what the breed is?
Well, I know.
Okay.
That. Well, you know what's difference it makes for the breed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The jaw down clamp and the size. Because if it's a Chihuahua, you kick it against the wall. Hey, beat it.
But if you're in a compromising position and
well, that's going to be terrible.
All of a sudden, you're going to lose an ankle because of it. Yeah, that's a problem.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
You may not be able to have kids
right afterwards.
That. The old vasectomy.
Dang. Well,
the cheap way.
I always say get the dog out.
Golly.
Get the dog out.
They're just looking at you.
I don't like that.
I think it's fine as long as you wink at the dog and give a thumbs up. Either that or just to kind of like give a little kiss and then point at the dog. Like, yeah, check me out.
After it's over, the dog's in the corner smoking a cigarette.
For my story, we go to Atlanta, where the police had to put this friendly reminder out to parents that check your child's lunchbox. Check it, closely, which to me is stupid because most parents would never do this, meaning put an alcoholic drink in their kid's lunch.
Oh, gosh.
But it happened. And the thing is, I saw the picture. It looks like one of those cans of water. This is Cutwater Lemon Drop Martini.
It was in the kid's lunchbox?
Yeah. Again, if you just look at it, you know how different,
flavored waters and stuff, yeah.
In a can?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
Except it's, vodka, triple sec, and lemon juice. It's a lemon martini.
Wow. I didn't know you could get that in a can, but...
You can.
Hey.
Police said in a statement, this is not Capri Sun. That is not apple juice. That is a whole parent had a long night starter pack.
Yeah.
Make sure you check your kids' lunches.
So by mistake, you're putting it in there?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not the kid needed a little relaxer after lunch going into the afternoon.
Well, it's not the kid reaching out and putting his own thing in the lunchbox.
They said no.
Okay.
It's like all of a sudden the kid just starts, like right after lunch, just the fourth period, he's talking like Humphrey Bogart,
Yeah.
Lighting up a cigarette.
Hey, kids.
You know what those are as far as the percentage of alcohol?
Are they high, really high?
11%.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah, that's...
What's beer, like 2% or something?
The beer you drank, yeah.
Yeah.
Regular beer's like just over 5. But you like the watered down stuff.
That's why I drank 50 of them.
Of course you did.
Yes.
Yes. Check the lunchbox before the Fulton County Schools Police Resources Officer's got to do it. What are they in a reading desert? You can't see what the can is?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez. All right, a couple of news updates, and Nimrods in the news in just a few. Life gets busy fast. 1 minute you've got big plans for dinner, next thing you know it's late, and you're this close to settling for garbage. That's why I like having Omaha steaks in the freezer. Real, high-quality protein already there. Steaks, burgers, whatever. So when I finally do get 5 minutes, I can throw something in the pan, hear that sizzle, and eat like an adult instead of just giving up.
Handcrafted steaks, incredible burgers. You got chicken, you got pork, you got seafood, you got comfort meals like their fully cooked beef pot roast and meat lovers lasagna. This is the kind of meat steakhouses and chefs swear by, and it shows up right at your doorstep.
And right now you can stock up and save big. Get 50% off the world's best everyday protein. Go to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their semi-annual sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Markley at checkout. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with promo code Markley at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-576-2024. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-576-2024. That's 800-576-2024. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Good show. You know, a lot of people talk about the weight loss injections because they get results. There's no doubt you see the results. It's dramatic. Then people find out, well, you got these injections. Not a lot of fun. Some people are like, I can't deal with the hassle. And then you read the fine print, and there can be some pretty intense side effects, like bringing an extra pair of underwear all the time. You don't want, who wants that? So if you're saying, yeah, I want the results, but I don't want to sign up for all that, you should check this out.
Oh, yeah. You don't want Kelly Osbourne face. I'll tell you that.
Oh, gosh. I couldn't believe it, man.
Well, doctors, here's the good news, stepped in and created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are remarkable. Lean uses studied ingredients to help lower blood sugar, burn fat by converting fat into energy, curb appetites and cravings. No injections, no drama, just support for things that your body already does.
Yeah, now listen up here. Lean is not for the casual dieter. If you're just trying to drop, 3 pounds vanity-wise, well, that's probably not for you. Brickhouse Nutrition designed Lean for the frustrated dieter who wants to lose 10 pounds or more. So let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use promo code MVCR. Add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR. Takelean.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
President Trump talking today about the timeline. He has been telling different reporters that he's talking to, 4 or 5 weeks with Iran. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned that today when he was taking questions.
We also projected 4 weeks to terminate the military leadership, and as you know, that was done in about an hour, so we're ahead of schedule there.
Ahead of schedule.
It was done in about 40 people. Boom. Vaporized.
Yeah. And the way he delivers the message with the leader dead.
Yes. And, he's talking about it like it's a construction project. Yeah, we're ahead of schedule there. We thought,
Yeah. Well, he also talked about the construction of the new ballroom today while he's taking questions on other things. You hear the jackhammer? It drives the First Lady crazy. It goes 6 in the morning till 11:30 at night. Can you imagine? And then he said, she can't stand it. It's music to my ears. All right, we got to get to Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the News. This is a wild one. I hadn't heard this until today. This small-town mayor, this woman, Misty Roberts, she's 43, allegedly caught by her kids having sex with a drunken 16-year-old boy at a booze-fueled pool party.
Oh, gosh.
Apparently ordered emergency contraception on DoorDash afterward.
Yeah.
DoorDash does that?
And
yes.
The Dasher ratted her out, or helped rat her out.
Yes. So apparently the mother of the victim, who is a friend of the defendant's son, texted the then mayor, the woman, to ensure she was not pregnant. Oh, gosh. To which she replied she was on birth control. So there was a shared screenshot of the exchange in a group chat, who then urged this mayor to take Plan B, the over-the-counter morning after pill. A DoorDash driver testified that he accepted a request from Misty to purchase the emergency contraceptive and leave it at her front door.
Oh, gosh.
What a whole tale this
Wow.
is. And yeah, I know you're going to ask, Scott, and I will say yes. Pretty attractive
That's
woman.
always
She's
the
hot.
case.
Yeah.
Always.
And that's Nimrods in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Okay, so a lot of people talking about the war now in Iran and what's going to happen next. And are we going to have boots on the ground? I don't see that happening. Do you?
Today, no. I don't know.
It's all we can go on is what we know right now.
No, not in the foreseeable future, but golly. I mean, I'm not going to rule it out, though.
And it's been said it's up to the Iranian people. Because you got a lot of people celebrating.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Normal people, right people, yes.
But also in Iran, you have people that were all for the regime.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be fighting there. That's just going to go on. You can imagine that.
How can you fight for that?
But even in the United States, because you're a believer in the ideology.
Yeah.
Like at Times Square. Saw different people celebrating this, but then the leftists were already out there with their signs. Hands off Iran. It's like one thing after another with the left. It's hands off Mexico.
Hands off Venezuela. Yeah.
Yes.
They just
the same signs, just change the name.
They don't even have to move things around on a random Saturday. They're just like, yep, okay, where's the printed sign? All right, I got it? All right.
And then it's a head scratcher because you want to ask, are you saying that you were all for the regime that just killed its own people? Like 30,000 plus? You weren't for them. You weren't holding signs for them at that time, but you're holding signs now, hands off the leaders that kill people?
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Yeah, I saw one of those. Blood is on your hands, MAGA.
Well, I have also enjoyed seeing on the opposite side, the protests in support of what America did, in support of the Iranian people, who are very happy that they have a chance now, a real chance now, to finally overcome this dictatorship in Iran. And when you see those protests and the hands-off Iran protests, one thing that is very funny is the aesthetics because, well, you're talking about Persian smoke shows versus blue-haired fatties. And this
is true.
I mean, It's like, man, I'm not trying to weight shame anybody. I'm a moved American myself, but man, it is kind of difficult to brand yourself as, I don't know, credible or somebody that people should pay attention to when you're up against the smoke shows.
Yeah, because you've got, it's funny that you put it that way as far as the different ladies out there protesting. If you've got, hey, thank you, America, versus hands off Iran, and you're just going by attractiveness, that's not a fair fight.
It's not. I know that's not what every argument needs to come down to.
I know,
I'm just saying
but
that
it's just an observation you made, but it is true.
Who's that old lady, blue-haired Congress critter? What's her name? She was
Deloro.
Yeah, Deloro.
Oh, yeah.
She was yapping today about how awful it is.
I'm sure she was.
Yeah, it's just, so if you're taking your advice from somebody that looks like the Penguin, a woman that looks like the Penguin.
Well, yeah.
And she's
or
got
it's like somebody's going to cook up Hansel and Gretel. She's like the lead cast member.
Yeah.
She's frightening.
Throw a little juniper in there while you're cooking them.
It's like the crooked nose with a big wart on it.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah.
Whatever.
But she was...
not that she has it. She looks like she
was
would
railing
play that
about,
part.
Yeah, I know. It's just the usual suspects.
But John Fetterman broke with the rest of the Democrats.
Well, yeah, he did.
How can't you celebrate that the Iranian leadership has been eliminated?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make the region more safe, more secure, more just, more free?
Yeah.
And now, of course, there's other things it's possible right now. But right now, why can't you just acknowledge that?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Because it would give the other side a win, apparently.
Can't give Trump a win, no matter what.
And, yeah, they're just not going to do that. And the big thing I think you're going to hear from a lot of people, because Adam Schiff doesn't have an original thought, would be they pose no imminent threat. And he was on, ABC yesterday saying that?
You're right about the Ayatollah. He was a brutal dictator. This is a murderous regime. But at the same time, it posed no imminent threat of attack to the United States. They had not reconstituted their nuclear program, which the president just months ago said had been obliterated. They do not have ballistic missiles capable of hitting the United States. There was simply no basis to go in with this massive military campaign with the goal of regime change. And the concern here is that we have unleashed factors in the region now that we cannot control.
Okay. Like you could control it before. You think back over let's just say 20 years. With Bush, big mistake with Iraq. No doubt about it. Then you had Big O. Here's a great idea. Let's give Iran a bunch of cash.
Yeah.
Just freaking cash. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that. You were in the hospital, Scott. David and I are on the air that day, and I'm like, is this guy trying to ruin our country? Mm-hmm. Strengthen Iran? How does this make any sense? Doesn't. And then what was Joe Biden? Don't.
Yeah, right.
Don't. Oh, yeah, that's going to stop Iran, dude. Give me a freaking
they
break.
brought all the mullahs together, had a big meeting about don't, and made a decision right then. We need to stop enriching uranium.
Some people went back to Obama, August 2015, with the whole Iran nuclear deal. Listen to this.
It is true that if Iran lives up to its commitments, it will gain access to roughly $56 billion of its own money. But the notion that this will be a game changer, with all this money funneled into Iran's pernicious activities, misses the reality of Iran's current situation. Iran's leaders have raised the expectations of their people that sanctions relief will improve their lives. Even a repressive regime like Iran's cannot completely ignore those expectations.
Yes, they can, and they did.
Yeah,
Dopey.
And that's why our best analysts expect the bulk of this revenue to go into spending that improves the economy and benefits the lives of the Iranian people.
Oh, you mean like by giving it to Hezbollah and Hamas? And everybody just took his word for it at the time. Well, that sounds nice. Yeah, that's just complete nonsense.
You know, in fairness, they don't just ignore the pushback from the population. That's true. They don't ignore it. They kill them.
They kill them.
Yes.
Yes. It's exactly what happens. Man, oh, man.
Gosh, dang.
It's something to hear that back now, isn't it?
It is.
Dude, and the different people that said, Obama, what he was really trying to do was strengthen Iran. I 100% believe that. Anybody can call me crazy. There's no way that guy made the moves he made if the United States was his top priority. I freaking don't believe it.
No, well,
I don't think he was just sort of misguided on some things.
I think we know better now.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we know better. We know exactly what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I'm convinced of it more now.
And he wanted his legacy to finally get it done.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, it's just full of baloney. All right, I know we got to move on to other things. Okay, the Department of Justice dropped its fight for the death penalty in the Luigi Mangione assassination case. Did you read about this story at all, or just see the headline?
Where they're not pursuing. Well, they can't now pursue the death penalty because a judge has taken it off the table, saying, "Well, the second-degree murder charge would be more than enough to lock him away for life."
Right, and it gets into all this technical mumbo jumbo of why this can't happen now. This is the kind of nonsense that most people in America cannot deal with.
Yeah.
Like, stop the lawyer speak. Well, because it was not a crime with a firearm in this dimension, blah, 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 blah. We all saw the video. Yeah. It wasn't doctored. He shot the guy in the back. He did it on purpose. Yes, the death penalty should be in play. It drives you crazy.
It does.
It's common sense. Can we just get to freaking common sense?
I don't even know what we're talking about at some point.
I know.
I was like, it's some kind of weird dimension I went into, you know? It's like, what?
I know.
What are we doing here? We know. Like you just said. Exactly. We've all seen it 100 times.
Jeez.
And there's no disputing that, by the way.
No.
There's no guy that looked like him.
No, just a bunch of dopey women. He's really attractive, though.
I know. Well, yeah, you get that.
And they're out there holding the signs.
Oh, yeah, they got signs.
See where New York City landlords are blasting Zoran Mamdani, his official, who called property ownership a weapon of white supremacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, his director of tenant protection said that, C. Weaver, a high-ranking operative within the Democratic Socialists of America, has faced repeated criticism for past social media posts attacking home ownership. As he said, the reality is that for centuries, we have really treated property as an individualized good and not as a collective good. Oh, gosh.
Well, and this is another one of these trust fund communists.
Yes. Home ownership is a weapon of white supremacy, masquerading as wealth building.
Wow.
And I know New York has a brand.
Yeah.
As Eric Adams once said, they elected this dope and then all the people he's bringing in. And again, it's like, good luck with that.
Got a brand. They got rats big enough to put saddles on.
And they're not even the rat leader.
No.
That's Chicago.
Well, that's because they're not trying hard enough.
Well, it's a good competition. It's a bitter rivalry is what it is.
Yes.
David, Joe Biden gave a speech over the weekend. Someone's paying him to do this?
Yes. Well, I mean, I think Jim Clyburn is doing his old buddy a favor. So he was in South Carolina to commemorate his historic primary victory.
Which is unreal.
It's they feel bad for him because the Bidens are hard up for cash right now.
Yeah.
Yes, Hunter's paintings aren't selling for what they used to.
Who knew?
And so I'll tell you this, though, man. This guy definitely sounds like he could have served another 4 years in office.
Hey, you haven't heard this, Scott. I haven't either. We'll enjoy it together. Go ahead.
By the way, to see Trump give the State of Union last night, is he still talking? I don't know. He doesn't apologize. Think of this.
What?
I served for 8 years with Barack Obama and Michelle.
Michelle was president?
He has not said a word, he meaning Trump, about the racist comments referring to him, how they wrote about Barack and Michelle.
Comments? You mean the meme?
Repeat it. Think about it. Think about it.
Oh, there's the old man anger coming out. The burst of anger. God. Yes, I missed that.
Think about it.
Ah!
What?
He doesn't mention Renee Good.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Petrie.
I'm like, is he going to butcher a name? He has to butcher a name. Yep. It's a Biden speech. Yes. Good job, Joe.
Alex Petrie.
Who were killed by Minnesota ICE, in Minnesota by ICE.
I was good friends with Rob Petrie.
Yeah, well,
if you remember from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
It was Border Patrol with Alex Petrie.
Yeah, whatever. He's rolling. Let him go.
Or offer even a word of solace to their families. After fighting tooth and nail for a year and a half, we're the ones who beat Big Pharma and brought down prices. We, the Democrats.
Yeah. Boy, that goes all over the map, doesn't it?
Boy, sure, I was just going to say that. What? Just bouncing around?
Oh, I know. I want endless wars. Yes.
No one done.
Yeah.
The history books will note it.
Oh.
That's current, right? That's
current.
Yeah.
That was Friday or Saturday. I don't know.
You're right, man. Just bouncing all over the place. Just wow.
Man.
The guy who runs that outfit.
Yeah, whatever, dude. The 5 stories we're watching today, coming right up.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry. Terry! Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Woo! Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Life gets busy fast. 1 minute you've got big plans for dinner, next thing you know it's late, and you're this close to settling for garbage. That's why I like having Omaha steaks in the freezer. Real, high-quality protein already there. Steaks, burgers, whatever. So when I finally do get 5 minutes, I can throw something in the pan, hear that sizzle, and eat like an adult instead of just giving up.
Handcrafted steaks, incredible burgers. You got chicken, you got pork, you got seafood, you got comfort meals like their fully cooked beef pot roast and meat lovers lasagna. This is the kind of meat steakhouses and chefs swear by, and it shows up right at your doorstep.
And right now you can stock up and save big. Get 50% off the world's best everyday protein. Go to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their semi-annual sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Markley at checkout. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with promo code Markley at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
You still thinking job change in the new year? Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy. IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did. Really? How? Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up. Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? Both. Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5. Capital of the great state of Texas, in Austin. 2 people were killed, many more wounded in a shooting outside a bar in Austin. The gunman was a 53-year-old from Senegal. Police and the FBI believe this had a connection to terrorism, possibly kicked off after the attacks began on Iran. He was killed at the scene.
Possibly he's wearing a sweatshirt saying "Property of Allah."
Yeah.
With Iranian garb on. Gee.
Well, we gotta really figure this out. You know.
Got it. They've launched an investigation.
Yes. Number 4. Cuba is quietly negotiating with the U.S. and has been since the Maduro arrest because they're kind of cut off now that Maduro got black-bagged.
Yeah.
I
bet they are.
What was it Trump said on Friday? Something like, I think it could be a very peaceful takeover of Cuba from the United States.
People start freaking out.
Number 3, Operation Epic Fury underway in Iran. A spokesman for the Iranian Armed Forces says the armed forces are becoming more assertive and ready to wage all-out war. That being said, there is also talk of basically mutiny within the ranks because not a lot of people are eager to take the leadership position because they're going to get killed in like 5 minutes. As soon as they take up that mantle, all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, that hat, it's a bomb created by Mossad. Oh, my gosh. Number 2.
Yeah, you might want to change your ways.
Yeah. Number 2, the U.S. military confirmed that 3 F-15E Strike Eagles were shot down over Kuwait. They believe this was a friendly fire incident. No American service members were killed in that incident. And then number 1, tragically, though, 4 U.S. service members have been killed, and this happened during Iran's initial attacks. It was initially 3, and then the 4th has succumbed to their injuries. Those are the top 5 stories that we are watching today. Go to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their semi-annual sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Markley at checkout. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com, an extra $35 off with promo code Markley at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details.
Hilarious story out of Washington. Our friends in the state of Washington may already know this. The State Department of Licensing started using AI to handle its automated service over the phone.
Okay.
So callers who would press 2 for Spanish, they didn't get Spanish. They just got an AI voice speaking in English, but with a Spanish accent. So this is what it sounded like. Listen.
Please press 1 for English. 2 para español. Thank you for calling the Department of Licensing Customer Support Center. For assistance with scheduling a driver licensing office appointment, canceling an existing appointment, or questions about an upcoming appointment, please press 1.
Honestly, that sounds more like an Indian accent to me.
They have apologized, saying it's fixed the problem, but it did take them a while.
But who?
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show.
Who launched that? Who did that?
AI.
I know, but I mean, who was the guy that set it up? Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. AI they can translate it into another language because they can do that. Yes.
The reaction online to the accent was absurdly humorous.
Yes, it was.
It was. That's pretty funny.
I thought you would like that. Yes, I think we all know the biggest story of the day, of course. It's ongoing. By the way, did you see the Washington Post like an obit to the Supreme Leader?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, we got to get to that.
Oh, gosh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah, he was like an uncle.
I know, right?
Avuncular. Yes, and, you know, he had an easy smile. We'll get to that and the Scott Robbins trifecta coming up in a few. All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Building, all in a matter of literally minutes.
Yeah.
Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead.
Trump announcing it.
In case you were wondering, he's dead.
Yeah, and his wife
the way
is dead
he does,
too, by the way.
Yeah. Washington Post wrote about it, describing the longtime Iranian supreme leader who, oversaw the murders of thousands of his own people as this is this guy with a bushy beard and an easy smile.
God.
This is the part of the paragraph. With his bushy white beard and easy smile, Ayatollah Khamenei.
He's dead.
Cut a more avuncular figure in public than his perpetually scowling mentor.
Unbelievable.
And he was known to be fond of Persian poetry and classic Western novels, especially Victor Hugo's Les Miserables.
Oh, he liked that too, did he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Did you like the Broadway rendition?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
That doesn't say.
Did you go to see Les Mis?
No, I'm not sure. Gee whiz.
You like the Western novels, huh? Country Western novels.
What is it with these left-wing outlets?
Oh, God, it was glowing. It was like, right. I know, I read it. It was insane.
They always do that. Well, by comparison, and hat tip to Drew Holden for pointing this out, the New York Times wrote about the death of Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh dies at 70, turned talk radio into a right-wing attack machine.
Yeah. There you go. That's all you need to know right there.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. That's really something.
Or
man.
was it USA Today or Time or Newsweek that said, like, disgraced cartoonist Scott Adams dies?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're awful.
Disgraced. Yeah.
I don't want to give away a story you got coming up in the trifecta. You'll know what I mean when we get there.
Okay.
Of sometimes people fight against all of these different institutions that have been captured by the left. There's a fight against that nonsense that I know you're going to highlight one of those coming up, but I don't want to get into it yet. All right. I did want to bring this up because a lot of people have heard about the Texas Senate primary battle between Jasmine Crockett and that Tallarico guy.
Yes, Tallarico, who spells his last name with 3 Ks. He's a racist.
That's right.
Then you have, on the Republican side, you've got basically 3, right?
Yeah.
You got Wes Hunt,
yeah,
and then Cornyn, and then you got Ken Paxton.
Yeah.
Who's ahead, by the way, David?
Right now, it goes back and forth. Cornyn is ahead, but barely. And then some polls would say Paxton is leading.
Did you hear the attack ad that Cornyn's people released on Paxton?
No, I have not.
It is, dude, scorched earth.
Pretty vicious?
You guys hadn't heard it.
No, I haven't heard it.
Roll it.
Crooked Ken Paxton cheated on his wife. She's divorcing him on biblical grounds. So now Paxton's wrecking another home, sleeping around with a married mother of 7. And remember this, Crooked Ken has increased his net worth by as much as 7,000% since taking office. And his actions in office, even more troubling. Paxton gave millions of Texas tax dollars to left-wing organizations, including the Montrose Center that hosts drag queen shows and performs gender-affirming services to kids as young as 7. The wife cheater and fraud, or the Texas workhorse. Senator John Cornyn is endorsed by the Border Patrol, and he voted with President Trump 99% of the time.
Oh, wow!
Dang.
That's smoking right there.
No, not being in Texas, just knowing what I know of the two. If I had a vote,
yeah,
it'd be Paxton. Because, okay, all the stuff that's mentioned in there, that all could be true. It could be, well, they're really exaggerating it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cornyn is proven conservative record guy. And I know how he's voted on a number of things and how he's wishy-washy on a number of things. He's a guy to me that, like, Washington never changes.
Yeah.
Because, well, change out the parties, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't believe this workhorse Republican bull crap. As far as I can tell. What do you're in Texas, David?
Yeah, I think the biggest concern that a lot of people have is more about Ken Paxton and his overall electability for a Senate seat and whether or not he would actually win, because there are, and again, state level polls, it's always kind of hard to tell because you'll see one poll where it's like, well, he's leading by 20 or he's down by 50. You know, it's always kind of hard to keep track of all of this. But it does seem like even against Jasmine Crockett, there is at least a chance that he would lose, whereas that can't be said for John Cornyn. That being said, again, I agree with you on Cornyn's record. I mean, he's just another one of those guys. He's sort of, you know, basically the template for old school Republican, not really going to do anything, not really going to go to bat for your values necessarily. He's just there as an empty suit.
Whether it's true or not, I just look at that guy like another one that's captured by the money that comes in. Whoever's paying, that's how he's going to vote. And that's just what it is. And that's death. And yeah, it would be a perfect world if you could get someone to vote the way you would want them to vote and also have great character or no character lapses. That would be great. But it used to be these kind of lapses, you didn't have a chance. But anymore, it's like, well, who is actually going to get the job done?
You're having an affair with a mother of 7?
I have no idea.
Gee whiz, man.
I mean, his wife is divorcing him on those biblical grounds because he cheated on her.
That part I knew. As far as the mom of 7, I don't know what the deal is with that.
Wrecking another home.
One of the Van Trapps. I mean, he's going to get in the family now. Holy smokes. Damn.
I know. I was like, I heard that ad. I'm like, okay, I know it can get vicious.
Well,
that's like next level.
And it does appear like it will go to a runoff between Paxton and Cornyn. And it will get even uglier.
What's the percentage they have to
50.
For no runoff? Yeah. Then, okay. So neither one will achieve that.
Probably not, because it's somewhere around like 30-30, and then Wesley Hunt has like 15%, and other people are undecided.
So you guys want to bet on that one, too? Because you got the bet with Tallarico and Jasmine.
That Paxton will win? Or
well, it's up to you guys.
I generally think that at the end of the day, Cornyn will win.
Do you think so, Scott?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you're just comfortable with your Jasmine bet?
Well, I'm listening to David. He's a Texas guy, so he knows more than I do about it.
Well, it didn't stop you from betting before.
No, I know it didn't. But, man, you're having an affair with a mother of 7.
Can you give us the whole story on that at some point, David? We got to. Casey's ready. You ready for your big 3?
Smokes.
Here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time, Scott Robbins' top 3 stories, helped by his hero.
I'm Casey.
Oh, Casey, big weekend?
Yes.
Wait, did you have some fun?
Yeah.
I waited up for you. Never got a call. Sorry. Couldn't come with me to the fantasy baseball draft.
He said he couldn't the other day.
He wanted to go. I thought last year he wanted to go, and I didn't take him. So I thought this year I'd invite him and didn't show.
I'm ready.
Fine by me.
3.
Missed out on all the frivolity.
Real quick, the word is that he was sleeping with Christian influencer Tracy Duhan, who is a mother of 7. Yeah.
Got it.
Wow, dude.
Anyway, number 3.
And married too?
Yeah, I think so, right? Married mother of 7. Yeah.
Well, it's a single mother of 7.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Oh. The kids called him Uncle Ken and all.
He is.
They called him Uncle Paxty, actually.
Okay.
All right. Number 3, Pete Hegseth has a list.
Yeah, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. He announced this on Friday. He said he was ordering the complete and immediate cancellation of all Department of War attendance at universities like Princeton, Columbia, MIT, Brown, Yale, starting with the 26-27 academic year. Hegseth added that the ban would include many others, claiming the higher education system has been poisoned from within from a class of so-called elite universities who've abused their privilege and access to this department and utterly betrayed their purpose. Man, I'm telling you, that's something. You're not coming. No, we don't want you.
Here come the lawsuits, I'm sure, but good for him.
He accused the universities of gorging themselves for decades on trust funds of American taxpayer dollars.
True.
Only to become factories of anti-American resentment and military disdain. He claimed universities had replaced the study of victory and pragmatic realism with the promotion of wokeness and weakness. This is not education. This is indoctrination. We don't want them.
Good for you, Pete.
Now, on with the countdown.
Scott Robbins, trifecta, top 3 of the day, up to number
2.
Number 2, Jake Tapper from CNN isn't happy with what appears to be the takeover of his network.
Yeah, he's very sad now. Jake Tapper, recent reaction summed it up. He told viewers the future of the network was affected by the decision of Netflix to back out of buying the cable channel's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery. We have some breaking news on our national lead that affects everybody. Everybody I'm looking at right now in the studio. Moments ago, Netflix said it is declining to raise its offer for the purchase of Warner Brothers Studios and HBO, following the Warner Brothers Discovery Board's determination that Paramount, which is just not going for Warner Brothers Studios and HBO, but also the whole enchilada, including all of us here at CNN. Now, the problem with that, of course, is the guy that bought them, the CEO and chief staff, and the guy throwing all the money around is a guy by the name of David Ellison, who just happens to be a friend of Trump's. So he's thinking the CNN days are probably coming to an end.
Well, Jake, if you're really good, I'm sure you'll land on your feet somewhere if you get blown out. What, he feels like I helped build this or something?
Well,
Give me
yeah,
a
I mean, these
break.
guys are all going to weep for each other, and they're going to call it unfair because it's political, whatever.
Well, the same way Lemon weeped.
Yeah, right.
And Cuomo.
Yeah.
They're in the tank.
Yeah, it'd be help if you had ratings and revenue, but you don't.
The countdown doesn't stop till we reach the top.
That's right. Scott Robbins, trifecta, top 3 of the day.
And the countdown continues.
Yes.
And finally, one.
Number 1, a U.S. track star you want to talk about.
Yeah, her name is Jess McClain. She was on her way to winning the U.S. Half Marathon Championships yesterday in Atlanta, only to have a wrong turn land her in 9th place.
No.
In an error that was hard to blame on her. She had a sizable lead over the field, by the way, under 2 miles remaining in the race when the unthinkable happened. She was let off course by the lead bike for 400 meters.
Well, that's not her fault. That sucks.
Followed by 3 other runners at the time. The error cost the 3 women. She finished 9th. The other 2 finished in 12th and 13th, respectively. The Atlanta Track Club was the group that organized the event. They were the ones who managed the lead vehicles. In the women's race, a pace vehicle left the official course during mile 11.
I ain't going to stand for it.
The race director said, athletes should never have to make a split-second decision like that between following a pace vehicle or trusting the official course.
You have one job.
Yeah, we're conducting a full review to determine exactly how and why this vehicle left the course to strengthen safeguards moving forward.
A full review? You bring the person in. What did you do?
Yeah.
You had one job, dude.
How did you go up? And then they answer it, and then that's your investigation.
Wow.
Oh, that sucks,
That
man.
does suck. That's terrible. Usually I don't like athletes making excuses, but in this case, it's a big one.
That's not an excuse.
No, it's
that's
really not.
reality.
You're right. It isn't. That's terrible.
Man.
What the hell's going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, she has this commanding lead. She's going to win. I mean, she got 2 miles to
Everybody knows she won.
Gosh, dang.
Basically, yeah.
And there you have it.
Yeah. Scott Robbins, trifecta, top 3 of the day.
Probably a Russian driving the truck.
Well, I wonder if there's something else nefarious going on there.
That's what I'm wondering, too.
We'll see.
If you were in 4th, suddenly you win.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. That's what you wonder. What's going on there?
Don't showboat it when you
News
win
update
either.
and Nimrods in the news in just a few.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird. All right.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. No, if you've got a tax problem, it's not something you stick your head in the sand about. The IRS doesn't forget, they don't forgive, and they don't get nicer with time.
No.
The longer you wait, the more interest and penalties pile up, so you bite the bullet, just pay it.
Yeah.
Like I just did. Anyway, because they can come after your bank account, your paycheck, even your business. That kind of stress will just eat you up, and it's completely avoidable.
Yeah, that's why you don't try to fight the IRS alone, whether it's personal taxes or business taxes. You need someone in your corner who knows what they're doing. Tax Defense and Relief Group will immediately contact the IRS on your behalf and work to resolve your debt for the lowest amount allowed by law. That's what they do, and they've been doing it successfully for a long, long time.
Yeah, these folks have over 20 years of experience. They've helped thousands of people deal with the IRS the right way. Real help, real results. So give yourself some peace of mind and make that call today. Tax Defense and Relief Group. Here's the number. It's 888-322-0077. That's 888-322-0077. Don't wait on this. Protect your money, your business, and your future, and do it now.
News update, David Van Camp.
The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, has offered to send his best drone experts to the Middle East to shoot down Iranian drones if leaders there convince Putin to agree to a truce. Dude.
He's got to try, right?
He got to try. I know. It's easy
I don't
to get
blame him
annoyed.
for trying.
It's easy to get annoyed, I know, but yeah, you're right. His job is to try to get, the most he can from us for his corrupt buddies. I mean, for the defense of his country. And
yeah. Man, those poor people too. They've been led astray a number of different times. You do feel terrible for the people there.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we don't have time to get into it now. The amount of Russians killed in that war is incredible.
Oh, dude.
It's like double.
Yeah.
What Ukraine has suffered, but Putin doesn't care. Just throw more bodies in there. All right, we got to get to Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Martley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the News. We got this horrible individual, Daniel Abramowitz. He's 29, Florida. A rap sheet includes a prior domestic battery for punching his girlfriend, the mother of his child, in the face. The latest incident happened at 1 a.m. at a McDonald's where he threw a blended frozen coffee beverage at the woman at the drive-thru. Some anger management there. It hit her in the face. So, yeah, he's in jail, and he should be. And that's Nimrod's in the News.